What's up, TPT Nation? This is Colt coming to you on a New Year's Day video. Going to be doing some post-game talk about the Chiefs and Broncos game that happened this afternoon. Going to be going over that a little bit. Going to be going over offense and going over defense, special teams, and might be doing a little bit of talking about the upcoming game this weekend against the Las Vegas Raiders. Just going to go ahead and jump into that, and let's get started.
65 toss power trap. That might pop wide open, Rats.
All right, so coming into this game, we had a great game today. Wasn't a pretty win, but it was a win after overall. Kansas City came in playing kind of sloppy there in the first half. Patrick Mahomes with an interception. Offense was looking kind of flat. Went into the half with a 13-10 lead, leaving the Broncos into the game. And coming into the second half, offense really picked up. Mahomes was connecting with passes, getting to different receivers. Running game wasn't much of a factor. It was most of an air game today, and was able to get in there and get the W today. Going to go over some stats on the offense. So coming in today, Patrick Mahomes with another 300-plus yard day, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Phenomenal game played by Mahomes today. Running game was not so much of a factor. But Patrick Mahomes coming in, connecting with 10 different receivers in this game. Blake Bell on his debut back, getting the touchdown there in that second half. Pulling away there in the third quarter with a decent lead, about a 2-possession lead. And, kind of slack there a little bit. The fourth quarter kind of let Denver back into the game. And luckily our defense was able to come in and stop them and keep them from getting the tie or possible win or possible lead take over and giving them the game. And going to go over a few things there on the defense as well. So looking at the defense today, Trent McDuffie with a pretty good awesome day today. Trent McDuffie with a forced fumble recovered by George Karlaftis. Karlaftis with another defensive play today as well. Would like to see a little bit more out of him today. I was hoping to see a little bit more, maybe get another Karlaftis sack, and maybe get a few more pass blocks. But all in all, defense came in, played strong, finished the game strong, and was able to keep the Denver Broncos out of the end zone and keep them from scoring at the end of the game, sealing the win. Chris Jones with a fantastic game today. Got us some sacks. Got a lot of pressures on there, keeping Russell Wilson on his toes. And I was really impressed with our defense today. They really stepped up and helped us get this win today. Coming in and playing games like this, playing games against division teams like the Broncos, and next week against the Raiders. These teams they're not great overall teams, but they are teams that fight hard, especially when it comes to being a rivalry. And these games always come. They normally are a tough game. Denver coming in, they trying to break that winning streak for us. Luckily, we were able to pull it off. Teams like this, they don't have anything to lose, so they play tough. They play harder. I was really impressed with the Denver Broncos playing today. They seem to be playing pretty good again underneath their interim coach, Jerry Rosberg. I was very impressed with their gameplay. They came in and played tough, and they were a very good adversary these last 2 games we played. They've been a great adversary, and I was really impressed by their playing. And I'm just really glad that we were able to pull off the win today. Talking about another defensive player, talking about L'Jarius Sneed with an amazing interception. Nick Bolton got an interception, which would have been his second, I believe, second or third pick this season. I want to say two, and but it got taken away because of a Joshua Williams penalty for hands to the face. So his pick got taken away from him. But Darius Sneed with a nice interception and a return. Got a little banged up on that play. He had to sit out a little bit. Hope to see him back. Speaking of injuries, Joe Tooney out for the game with a apparent knee injury. Again, I think he re-redid that knee again. Really hope for hopefully he can recover, and hopefully we'll have him back for the playoffs. Could really use a good blocker for this playoffs coming up, and just hope that he can get a good speedy recovery. All in all, I think that's the big injury today. I was really glad to see Blake Bell back in the game today. I was really hoping with Blake Bell back that the running game would have been a little bit more of an option, and having an extra blocker in there. But today they decided to keep the ball in the air, and let Mahomes do his thing and get his passing yards in. And glad to see that today. He got some really good connections. It was really slow there. Juju Smith-Schuster wasn't getting many targets. And later in the game, in the second half, Juju Smith made an amazing catch, made a few good catches, and was able to get some yards receiving. So I was really, really happy about that. Also want to talk about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes today has just now surpassed 5,000 passing yards, which makes him one of 3 quarterbacks to do so for 5,000 yards passing in a season. He's now tied with Tom Brady with 2 seasons with 5,000 yards, and just under Drew Brees, with Drew Brees leading with 3 seasons of 5,000 yards. What's really impressive about this is Patrick Mahomes being just under the age of 30 years old, and has only been playing in the NFL for 5 or 6 years, and he's already, tying up with NFL legends like Drew Brees and Tom Brady. To me, that's just an amazing thing to see. Such a young guy, such a young talent come in and dominate the quarterback game. 5,000 yards so far. We got another game coming up this week. He could, if he throws, I want to say, if he can throw another 300-yard game, he'll easily pass his latest, his best, I think it was like 5,027 or 5,027 yards that 2018 year. This is definitely a good push for MVP this season, and I honestly have no doubt in my mind that Patrick Mahomes, MVP Pat, is going to walk away with the MVP award this season. I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be between him and, honestly, Justin Jefferson and the Minnesota Vikings. I think it's going to be between those two guys right now. I think Jalen Hurts being out right now with the Eagles, I think it kind of took away from his shot at the MVP, which is hard to see because Jalen Hurts is a well-performed quarterback, and he's been playing very well. But I hope the best for him, but I honestly see Mahomes with the MVP this season. All right, so special teams, we had some issues there. Butker again with another missed extra point in this game. It seems to me that Butker's being very inconsistent as of late this season. Has been kind of inconsistent the last few seasons. Does this mean that we're going to get a new kicker? I don't know for sure. I can't say for sure, but if he keeps this up, especially going into this playoffs, he's got to make these kicks. He has to make them. These kicks are like free throws in an NBA game. You've got to make these. These are chip shots. These are points, easy points, and we should be getting them. There's just no reason. And I've heard Jaden talking about this on his live video feeds on YouTube on the page, talking about Butker making these 50+ yard field goals in clutch games, 53 yards, and then missing extra points. I just don't understand how you could do that. How it's possible for somebody to miss so many so many easy extra points. You know, it just, to me, it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand it, but I guess I can't really say much because I don't know much. I don't know what's going through those kickers' heads. It's just something that he needs to fix. He needs to get it fixed, and he needs to get it done quick. And we really got to be able to make those field goals when it comes to the playoffs, because I guarantee you, if you miss field goals and extra points like that in the playoffs, you're as good as done. And our defense has been playing great this season. Defense has got to keep it up. We've got to keep playing the defense we've been playing these last few games, and really got to stick it to them. And to get through these playoffs, we need a defense. Because I've always said it, and I've heard people say this: defense wins championships. You win big games in playoffs when you have a defense. And without a good defense, you're nothing. Especially in the playoffs, when you're playing teams, like the Bills, the Bengals, and even teams like Jacksonville now, who's been red hot lately. If you're not playing good defense, you're gonna lose. Hands down, you're gonna lose every time. Gotta get the kicking game. Gotta get the field goals made. Gotta get the defense going. Offense has been good. I'm not so worried about the offense. I don't have any doubts about Mahomes and our offense. But we just really got to step up that defense and really got to step up the kicking, the special teams. Those are my big factors here in this playoffs coming up. All right, so I'll talk a little bit about the Vegas game coming up. It's going to be a tough game, guaranteed. It's going to be I think it's going to be another close game like this Denver game. It's going to be close again, like it was last time against the Raiders. Raiders are going to come in. They're going to want to beat us. They're going to want to take us down a peg going into these playoffs. Kansas City has got to be ready. I can't stress this enough. Our offense has to be flawless. We've got to be making catches, got to be making throws, got to be getting touchdowns, got to be getting field goals. We have to win this game, and I think in order to prove everyone that we have what it takes to get through these playoffs and to get to this, possibly get into the Super Bowl this year, we got to win big. Teams like the Broncos, the Raiders, 4 or 5 wins in the season. There's no doubt with a team like us and the talent we have, we should be winning these games by 20 plus points, possibly even 30. Our offense and our team, we should be winning by landslides. In this close games like this, it's frustrating to see. Our teams got so much potential to win these games by a lot. And just winning these, the Texans game, the Seahawks game, Broncos game from the past, the Raiders game from the past, and winning these games by one possession, it shouldn't happen. We should be winning these games by a landslide. I can't stress that enough. We should be winning these games by big. So I think in order for this game to go in, we got to get this win against the Raiders for sure. And it's got to be a big win going into the playoffs. It's got to be big. We've got to put it on them. We've got to score 20 plus points, maybe 30 points against these guys and get a big win. Can't stress that enough. But as always, guys, that's going to do it for me today for this New Year's first video of this New Year's. I want to thank you guys for coming in, watching the video. Make sure you drop a comment, like this video, go to the YouTube page, subscribe to it. Also follow us on all social media platforms. We've got TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. If you go onto the YouTube page, be sure to click the notifications button. Get notified. Jaden does go on, and he has been doing live videos on YouTube, doing Q&As, and we'd love to see you guys over there asking us questions. And we love getting questions from you guys. Jaden loves talking football, so make sure you guys give him plenty to talk about. And go in there and give us a bunch of likes on these videos. And as always, thank you, TPT Nation. Go Chiefs Kingdom, and let's get through these playoffs, and let's get to that Super Bowl.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell, follow us on all social media, and check out our videos each week.